So yes, it is appreciated by those who are thankful for it. Trust is gained. You might be a trustworthy person, of course, but for you to gain the trust of others, other persons must be able to see that you are honest in some situations or circumstances for you to gain their trust. So everybody is trustworthy, but until proven otherwise, loyalty is returned. Now, you're loyal, I confide in you, I explain or show you a particular part of myself or show you a particular situation. You're loyal in regards to the confidentiality of the nature of what I shared with you. So loyalty is returned. You did something in regards to that manner for me, I will return the loyalty, not a favor. The only thing that is more contagious than a good attitude, and we know what is more contagious than a good attitude, is a bad attitude. People are so predictable in certain situations and circumstances that you can predict them and what they will do. So it is easy to develop a bad attitude. Now, perfection does not exist. This is according to my own reasoning. Therefore, so I will explain why I say perfection does not exist. But you can be perfect. Alright? You can grow and much and do much better, while you are existing. So, no one is perfect. It's something that you work at, getting perfected day by day. And that is why self-development must be appreciated by anyone. Where you are today, if you're comfortable where you are now, well, I think, to my own opinion, you might be missing the point, because no one is safe where they are. No one is completely comfortable where you are. Even if you're 100 years old, you are still learning. Once you're existing, you are still learning. Now, do something that allows you to tap right into your calling. What is the thing that brings you? What activity brings you closer to being yourself, being that confident person, being that bold, outspoken, being that person? When you do such activity, it makes you the best of you, Take it step by step to arrive at your destiny. So I would say that action that you do and it brings you closer to that person, do it day by day. Alright, and so next thing is that this is a fact and it's also a truth. That it is known that we always know the right thing to do, right? Yes. But the hard part is doing it, because somehow we know the right things to do, on much given occasions. You know what I mean? So the right thing takes work, and its revenue is sufficient for you and for me. So do the right thing at the right time, and there is some saying that I have read in the past, do the right thing at the start so you don't have to start over. Because if you do the wrong thing at the start, I guarantee that you will have to do it over, and it might not be so pleasant for you. Alright? Now, sorry about that, that's a truck passing there. Now, when we focus on the negative, we only make the journey difficult to the point of discouragement and failure. Because if we focus so much on the potholes in the road, we're not going to drive the car. If we focus on all the possibilities, if we focus on all the dangers out there, we will never do anything. There's a Proverbs within the Holy Scriptures. It says that the lazy one folds his hands and says, there's a lion in the streets. Yes. So do not measure the size of the mountain and how tall it may be without even consulting those who have been to the top and back. So better yet, seek advice. Talk to the one who can move it. I even talk to the one who has been to the top and come back down. This is what I'm saying, is that learn to take instruction and advice from those who have experience in that particular way. Alright? Don't sit and think otherwise. Seek advice. If you don't understand something, seek advice. And when you get the advice, do it in the right way. Don't exercise authority and think that everything is okay. When you have authority on your hand, you want to ensure that you do everything without reproach. Alright? Thank you very much. Now, this one is true and perfect. If Yahweh knew only the things that you make mention of during your prayers. I know this one is a shocker. Tell me just how much would he have known you? The one who is, was, and is to come is a lover of those who are true and honest. On the occasions that they are tried. Now, people, as I said, are so predictable, By nature, we are thoroughly good persons, as I said in my first talk. But we don't normally act like that. We tend to put down others. When we make a mistake, we want to put down others. And even in the mistake, people don't realize that they will be tested. They will be challenged. They will be tried. Sorry for the bike noise there. You will be tested. You will be tried. Because there is always room for improvement. There's always an instance where you need to step up higher. Every occasion that comes with a test, it's for you to be better. It's for you to overcome. It's not for you to fail. You understand me? But when you fail, you can try again. But I'm saying a test comes to you to build you, not to make you a failure. You understand what I'm saying? Not to make you a failure. Alright? So, what I'm saying here, Yahweh knows everything about you. You say, God? Yes. If God knew only the things you tell him about in prayer, then you wouldn't be God. You understand what I mean? But I want you to know that God, is a lover of those who are true and honest. Now, what is courage? I ask myself, Jahvolan, what is courage? Well, my definition of courage is rather the unconventional answer, I would say. What do you mean, Jahvolan? Alright? To me, courage is fear that has been exposed to the truth about who you really are on the inside, and in return become an asset like no other. That is my answer of fear. Fear is that feeling, that has been exposed by a situation. And when that situation exposes the fear that you have, you realize now that, but this situation doesn't have any power over me. I've been lying to myself. So now that fear you have, becomes an asset now. It becomes confidence. If you understand what I mean. You have to step up. Anything you fear, once it is not foolishness or life-threatening or something to take your life. I'm not talking about experiments that will take your life. I'm talking about life-enhancing attributes, development, self-development, the fears that go unseen, the little fears, that you need to overcome. If you face up to them, I guarantee you, by over time you will overcome. Because I say that fear is, is that courage, it becomes courage. When fear exposed, it can either build you or break you. And I believe it builds you. When you fear something and then you realize, when you actually do that particular activity, or try to make a move, and you realize that you accomplish it, but you still had fear, believe me, that fear is gone. So 20 years ago was the right time. I planted a tree. I can remember planting a tree, very young age, about maybe 10 or 9 years old there, and 20 years after that, I'm 30 years old, so 20 years ago for me was the right time for planting a certain tree, and you would say, when is the right time now to plant another tree? Well, I would say right now, I say it is now, because every human being must have a plan, and a second and a third, so are you willing to brace against the odds in life? That's the question you should ask yourself, and if you are willing to brace yourself against the odds in life, then you are my friend. Jahvolan says to you, welcome, you are my friend, and I say that we are friends, our comrades in training for the better good of ourselves and humanity. So I believe that one day my desires will shine as the noonday sun. You understand what I mean? Yeah, man. I believe one day my desires, will shine as the noonday sun, because I step with my left foot. My left foot represents my heart, and it represents justice and right to judgment. Now, I am a man who takes pride in knowing that which governs me as an individual. And when I mean govern me, I'm meaning all my emotions, my weaknesses, my strong points. I am very much interested in these things, and I take the time out to do the very best research I can about myself and how to overcome my weaknesses, because that is why you have weaknesses, is to build them up. Weakness, you build a weak muscle. If you exercise it and lift weights with it, and after a time that muscle is no longer weak. And it is so with the human, our tendencies, our mental attitude. If we train these areas of our lives that we are down on, believe me, they can be built up. But some persons don't want to build upon what they have. They think they know it all. They think they know it all. Thank you very much for listening again. And as I said, it's Jahvolan always, and I have much love for people who desire self-improvement. It's a plus. Thank you very much for listening. Blessed.